Hey, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Posttopostpod. With me, as always, is my co-host, Chris Ronan. How we doing this week?
Saw, dude.
Dude.
Yeah, just chilling.
Just chilling,
Yeah,
hanging out.
usual.
It's Friday. Normal
Yeah,
Friday
getting ready for
night.
fall, dude. Selling a lot of pumpkin and Oktoberfest beers.
I noticed that at the
Yeah.
Backy the other day. I was like, whoa, the shipyard's
They
coming
get them out
back.
early, man. It was like the last week of July when they opened it already. It was nuts.
It's that Stop and Shop. Like, we know it's fall now, but, like, this was, like, 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's at Stop and Shop, and they already had, like, Halloween candy out. It's like, whoa, what the hell? Like,
Oh, yeah.
dude, grocery stores, like, jump to conclusions, you know? They're ready.
Dude, it's just like the sooner they put it out, the sooner you buy it, and they can extend the holidays. It's
Yeah,
nuts.
It's crazy.
Did you buy any Halloween candy? No,
I did not,
No,
no.
you don't really eat chocolate, though, so
No.
kind of drives you away a little bit.
Mm-hmm. The candy corn, I realized, my niece really loves.
Please don't tell me you like that.
Every so often. I will.
Oh, it's so gross, dude. It's like the worst invention ever known to man.
Just literally
Candy
just
corn is
sugar.
foul. It's just like eating wax. Like, eat a candle instead, dude.
You like what you like, you know?
I guess so, yeah.
Mhm.
That's one way of putting it.
Didn't feel like fall, so we're getting close to fall.
Yeah, the temperatures haven't really gotten there. There was like a couple days when it got, nice. Felt more fall, but
Felt good.
still summer out there, I'd say.
Today, especially, it was like 93 degrees today.
Yeah,
It's like, not feeling this.
I like it.
We need to go. You're a summer guy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like the winter too, though. Like, I don't know. I don't have any problems with the seasons.
I'd rather fall, winter.
I do like the fall and the spring when like you could slap on a hoodie and like that's good. You know,
Love that.
that's all you need.
I was just talking about the worst part of the year, especially for New England, is that time during spring where in the morning it's freezing, so you got to wear like a hoodie or something like that, and by like noon you got to like lug that fucking hoodie around because you're sweating. I
Yeah.
hate that. I hate just carrying anything extra that I don't need. I think that's
Yeah,
why
that
I hate
time of
the
year is
most.
pretty annoying. Yeah, I didn't think of that. That's funny.
Yep.
I would say that the worst time of the year for New Englanders is when there's 9 feet of snow outside and you have to go shovel at 5 a.m. to go to work.
That too.
Yeah.
Yep. So, do you want to get into some hockey stuff?
Yeah, let's do it.
do it.
I just wanted to give another shout out. Thanks for coming on last week, Paul. I am excited to announce that I will be playing for the Massive Ice Holes next season, which is nice.
You are a massive ice hole.
Yeah, I am now. And I took their 1-13, 1-14 season and got them a postseason win. So we're moving on to the semifinals
Big
or
come up.
quarterfinals, something like that. Whatever.
Good
yeah.
man.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good time. So I like those guys, and I'm happy to be playing with them. But
Awesome.
thanks again to Paul for coming on last week.
So I'll be seeing you guys soon.
Yeah,
Within the next
we're
month?
going to be D2. What are you guys going to be?
So power play has been like mixing stuff up because we'll sometimes play like a mix. Like
Yeah,
we'll play
they'll let you
D2
play
and-
outside of your division, but like come playoffs, do you know which one you're going to be in next season? Like what division are you technically in? Well, you
D1.
guys are going Metro too,
Yeah,
though.
we're going Metro, yeah. But
Yeah.
we might see you guys. It'll be fun.
Hmm.
Is Paul gonna play goalie?
No, I don't
Gonna
think
play
so.
out.
No, yeah, I think he's going to play out. I think the plan is for me to play goalie. I hope at least.
We've had you play out before.
Oh, it's no fun.
Nope.
It's no fun for anyone. Everyone hates it. Everyone's like, this guy stinks.
This guy oh brother. All right, so let's get into some signs like we usually do here. One thing I do want to point out is the New York Islanders still have no free agent signings this offseason, which is interesting move of the Islanders.
Yeah, so I saw you chuck this in here for a note. Like, Lou Lamoriello is not really looking to do anything, but it made me do a little bit of a dig here. And I don't necessarily know if they need to do anything either. Like, looking at their top six, it's Anthony Beauvillier, Brock Nelson, and Kyle Palmieri. Anders Lee, Matthew Barzal, and Josh Bailey. On paper, that's like a really good top six, right?
Right.
I mean, even down below, Parise, Pajot, and Wallstrom, Cizikas, Clutterbuck, and Martin. Like, I don't think they look bad on the forward end. They don't really need anything. Adam Pelech and Ryan Pulak are a great second pair defensemen. They got Alexander Romanov and Noah Dobson listed as their top pair, which kind of I question a little bit. And then Scott Mayfield and Robin Salo. So, I mean, I think, like, yeah, they could shore up defense a little bit. There's not really a huge need for it.
Nope.
I don't think the defensive market was very big this offseason, too. Like, there
Yeah.
weren't a lot of big-name defensemen that moved. Ilya Sorokin and Semyon Varlamov in net. Not bad.
No, not bad.
I mean, moving on from Varlamov doesn't seem like a bad idea to me just because he's getting older. But
Yeah.
the Sabres still have Craig Anderson. So, I mean, it's an option in the NHL nowadays. So, I don't know. That was my first take on it. Like, I didn't think they needed to. And then there's an article here on the Daily Faceoff's website called Down and Out. Should the New York Islanders make changes or run it back? And that's like a really good question. And last season, we didn't really think about this, but they finished 9th in the East, which is just outside of the playoffs, but they were 16 points back from the 8th seed. So, yes, they were a lot of points out, but they were like the next best team in the East to make it. And I think cap space has been an issue, and they would have to make a big trade to get something in there from what this article is saying. And then also last season, they had a very long road trip while they were waiting for their home arena to finish building. And when they did get in the home arena, they were just losing games left and right due to injuries and COVID cases. Oh. So, I mean, their season kind of got screwed. And I think it looks worse on paper than it actually is. Where the team looks really good on paper. And I don't necessarily know if Lou Lamoriello needed to make any moves. Like, yeah, they can be pissed off that there were a lot of these big names that moved around and things like that. But at the end of the day, I think if the New York Islanders did make a trade and jump on some new free agent, they would be selling away a piece. And I don't know if that's necessarily what the team would want.
Yeah. Yeah, I like where you're going with that. Because it was 2 seasons ago, where I was on the New York Islanders bandwagon. I thought they were going to beat the Bruins. Remember the whole playoff thing? I was like, they're going to at least go to the Stanley Cup Finals for the New York Islanders. So, yeah, I like the little deep dive you did there.
Yeah, it just got me thinking. I got the wheels turning. The hamster's really going to town today.
Yeah. After a few Arctic chills, you're ready to go.
That's what'll do it.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. So I guess from like a management perspective, you're like, we have the guys. We don't really need to figure things out. And if anything we do need to figure out, we could do it in the season before the trade deadline.
Mm-hmm. And I do think at this point, it's August 19th. Nazem Kadri we're going to get to just signed a big contract. There's not really much left to do and much more opportunity. So I think Lou Lamoriello does think let's run it back with the same team and see where we go.
All right. Smart man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Him, not me, right?
Him. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Him. Yeah. I was talking about you. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Well, from that awesome breakdown for the New York Islanders, we still got some time. See if they do anything weird. But we're going to move on here to the Blackhawks. They signed ex-Colorado Avalanche Jack Johnson to a 1-year, $950,000 contract. Blackhawks need someone, bud.
They do. They're paying league minimum here yet again. Good for him getting one more season in. I thought it was awesome to hear the story of him on Chicklets telling them, like, he didn't know if he had it in him to go one more year with the Avs, and he did end up signing there and, getting the job done.
Yep.
Getting a Stanley Cup on his resume. $950K is kind of tough, but, he's 6 years older than I am, so that's, 34 years old. So, yeah. Good for him. I don't know if the Blackhawks are going to be as fun as the Colorado Avalanche next season, but another year in the big league. So,
but if the money's there, you're a guy like Jack Johnson that could get one more season in under his boots, definitely go for it. Blackhawks are just looking for those guys, so. God, I can't wait to do the breakdown on the Blackhawks when we finally do it.
Yeah.
I want to know where the hell they're at now.
ETA, just for you listeners that are wondering, too, we're thinking one more normal episode, and then we'll start doing the division breakdowns.
Yep.
Check them out.
2 more weeks, and we'll get down to it. Then moving on from the Blackhawks, another Colorado Avalanche player. The Calgary Flames signed Nazem Kadri to a 7-year, $49 million contract, which is $7 million AAV. In order to make cap space for this sign, the Flames traded Sean Monahan and a conditional 2025 first-round pick to Montreal. Calgary looking good after that Kachuk trade.
Yeah, I think your future bet that I handed you the other day is looking better and better each week. It's kind of nuts. Nazem Kadri definitely got paid, got the right money, and I think Calgary is getting a really good $7 million player here. Like, he's a 200-foot kind of guy. The Flames definitely need that after losing Matthew Kachuk and Johnny Gaudreau. So I think Kadri is such a well-rounded player that he could kind of make up for both of those players' losses in one go, if you know what I mean. Like, he's not going to be the offensive guy that's putting up the numbers like those two, but to be like, I would compare him to like a Patrice Bergeron that you bought off a Wish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's not to disparage Kadri. He's a great player. He's great at what he does. It's just he's not at that Bergeron level, I don't think. But to get a guy like that to fill those kind of roles, it's definitely huge for the Flames, and I do think they're going to look really good next year.
Calgary is going to look beautiful next year.
In a conference that is not very strong, by the way, too.
No. They're going to be really fucking good.
Colorado's going to look a lot different, too, I'm realizing.
It is. It's usually what happens after a team wins a Stanley Cup. Yeah. Tampa Bay was like really the only one of the few teams that really kind of kept their ground there. But usually after Usually after a team wins the Stanley Cup, it kind of like
It's tough
dissipates.
because the guys want to go and get paid, and the ones that aren't under contract usually do that. And the ones that are, if they stick around, like, it's still not the same vibe. I don't know. It's weird.
We're literally just watching Urinating Tree of the whole Montreal Canadiens thing making it to the Stanley Cup Finals, and literally after that season when we made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, the whole team almost like dispersed. A bunch of guys just like left. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, I think it's also that one's also Montreal realizing like, wow, this was a massive flash in the pan. Let's sell high on all the guys that we can and trade away.
Right.
Sell high on this guy, that guy, getting us a deep cup run. And he's increased his stock value. So let's get as much as we can.
Yeah.
And be prepared to die next year.
That's got everything to do with it too.
Yeah.
It's like, say if you're on your last season with the team that won the Stanley Cup and your UFA, and you're like third line, fourth line maybe, and a team's just like, oh, we know your potential now, and we're going to give you a bunch of money that you wouldn't get if you were a first-round exit, Just go for it.
And even on top of potential, if the player doesn't have that potential, he now has that on his resume and that playoff experience that could help a locker room.
Yeah, 100%. Moving on to a few more signings here, too. The Arizona Coyotes, the first-round pick Maverick Lamoureux was signed to a 3-year entry-level contract. Maverick put up 31 points, 5 goals, 26 assists, with 69 penalty minutes in 78 games for the. I actually tried practicing this before I said it. The Drummondville Voltigeurs. Drummondville Voltigeurs. Fuck. I don't know why I'm looking at you. The Drummondville Voltigeurs and the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. 69 penalty minutes is. I feel like that's a lot. That is a lot. That means he's in the box. He's getting shit done. I don't know. Future Arizona maybe looking good.
I don't know. That's not a lot. Like 78 games, he's averaging less than 1 penalty minute per game. I don't think that's like a ton. I don't know if QMJHL, this is going to blow us up because we look like idiots, but I don't know if they allow fighting in that league. But if they do, like that adds up pretty quick. Things like that. I don't know. 69 and 78 doesn't seem like outrageous to me. But I mean, first round pick, 31 points, 78 games. I think he's gonna. I don't know. I think it's gonna take some time, but I think Arizona's one of those teams where they're just throwing everyone to the wolves and putting them on the roster to get them some experience.
The literal wolves, Coyotes.
I like that. Like what you did there.
You like what I did? Mm-hmm. Moving on for that, the New Jersey Devils signed Sergei Brylin as the assistant coach. Brylin played for the Devils from 1994 to 2008 and won 3 Stanley Cups with them in 1995, 2000, and 2003. Last season, he was the assistant coach of the Utica Comets. So, good. I like this pickup from the New Jersey Devils. Just New Jersey Devils guy through and through. Definitely knows what he's doing, and good assistant coach.
Yeah, knows the team, knows the organization. It's definitely, feather in your cap is what I'll say, I suppose. 3 Stanley Cups, so he knows what it takes. And he's assistant coach for the Utica Comets. I think that that team performed pretty well last year, and it'll be good to see him up on the Devils bench.
Just means he's got some coaching under his belt too, which helps out.
Yeah.
It's like we're going to bring up Urinating Tree again. It's like throwing Wayne Gretzky as the head coach of the Phoenix Coyotes at the time.
Yeah.
Be like, greatest hockey player of all time. Let's see how you do as coach.
Same thing with Patrick Waugh, I think.
Yeah, that too. So we got 2 more signs here. The Penguins promoted Todd Reardon to associate coach. Sorry, let me say this all over again. So the Penguins promoted Todd Reardon to associate coach and has given him a 2-year extension. So I keep saying ASS dot or ASST, associate assistant, and I always kind of think they're the same. So I went into it, and just so for everyone who wants to know or needs to know, associate coaches are 1 step above a normal assistant coach and 1 step below a head coach. If the team designates an associate coach, it does make them for the true second coach in command in the locker room. If a head coach is not around for any reason, the associate coach would step in and assume the role. So add that to your dictionary.
Yeah.
The Capitals fired Reardon on August 23rd, 2020. A week later, he was hired as an assistant coach for his former team, the Penguins. So, big come up for him. Like that.
Yeah, so a little promotion, little extension too. So he's definitely pushing the right buttons on the Penguins organization.
Moving up.
I think he's I think he's got a tough team to deal with next season, and we'll really see what happens with that team. They're kind of like, as good as they are, they're like that fringe team now because of how good the East has become. You know what I mean? They're like in that bottom 4 of the playoff talk. Yeah.
The Penguins are a fucking force to be reckoned with back in the day, you know?
Even like 5 years ago, they were probably like one of the top 4 teams out East. And now they're like bottom 8, you know?
It was always them in like the Stanley Cup Finals, or at least a playoff run, you know? So
I meant bottom of the top 8. That sounded stupid. Bottom 8.
Close enough, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
If you say it fast enough and with more...
No, it's loud and with a lot of confidence.
Yeah,
that's
right.
when people believe you.
Yep, exactly. So I got some funny news here, too. I don't know if it's funny. It's just interesting news here. So HC Sochi in Russia signed Nikita Pobogaev, who retired from hockey to become a social media influencer 10 months ago. He was drafted in the 4th round of the 2017 draft to the New Jersey Devils and bounced around from team to team until he announced his retirement to become a social media influencer. I honestly can't find much on his social media. I'm sure he deleted a lot since coming back, but an article from Fansided claimed one of his Instagram posts was a prank and it involved throwing a snake into a taxi.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
So that's fun. That's fun, leaving professional hockey and doing that. Little jackass part 2.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't cut it in the big leagues, I guess that's what you do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, social media influencer is becoming something that kids want to be. Like, in the classroom in, like, 2nd, 3rd grade, like, the teachers will be like, what do you want to be when you grow up? They'll say social media influencer. Yeah. Like, what the hell is even that? You know what I mean? Like,
so, fun fact, which I thought already fucking surpassed cable anyway, but this week was the first time that streaming services surpassed cable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, like, cable's, like, really starting to fall by the wayside. And then, like, my niece, she's on just streaming sites watching, like, her Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network and stuff. But anytime she's on her tablet, she's on the kids' YouTube watching, like, YouTube videos.
But I think it is, like, cable is and isn't falling by the wayside because a lot of people still just have it because there's certain things that a streaming service doesn't provide. There's certain things that, like, I don't want to pay for 9 different services just so I can get exactly what I want to see.
Yeah.
And, like, they surpassed it, but it wasn't like they're blowing them out of the water. Like, it was by a difference of, like, 0.4%, and they're both, like, making up a third of the market. So I thought it was pretty interesting to see, though, because it's definitely on the rise, but I also think it has to do with the number of streaming services that are out there now.
I think streaming services just in general are just going to take over. I think the older generation that are just so used to cable, like, just refuse to, like, go into the whole streaming thing. Like, I want my cable shows. I think our generation, when we get older and the whole older generation passes, I think that's when the streaming service is going to just boom.
But I think there's people that do both too. Like, look at me. Look at, the majority of people, I think, have both now.
I think COVID did a whole lot with this too, because I just read a thing too. I think it was today. There's Regal Cinemas I think they're on the verge of, like, bankruptcy because after COVID they had a projection and it didn't even get close to it, and they're closing, like, a bunch of, like, Regal Cinemas. Mm-hmm. It's insane. I know me and our friend Kyle are doing movies ever so often, like on Tuesdays. It was like our thing, but then we just stopped. And there were, like, 2 movies we wanted to see. Like, it was Bob's Burgers and The Northman. And, Prey came out. But Prey went straight to Hulu. And then the Bob's Burgers movie that came out that we wanted to see in theaters, literally, like, the day after, went straight to Hulu. Mm-hmm. We're just like, so I could just stay home and not pay money?
Yeah, and I think part of it was COVID, like you said. The other half of it was that movie theaters have priced themselves out. People are like, me going to the movies with my wife and, 2 kids, let's say, it's going to cost me $100, because I have to buy $10 tickets, $10 popcorn, drinks, snacks, the whole shebang. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. They turn themselves into, like, a ballpark where you have to buy everything there.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I don't know. But that was a little tangent we went on right there. I wanted to piggyback off of this Nikita Pobogaev, or however you say it, and I noticed online this week there's an LSU quarterback. I think his name is Miles Brennan. He's a college quarterback, and he has NIL deals, which are essentially like contracts that are made for student athletes, to partner with brands and earn, like, fair compensation for their time. And, they can't actually make money playing in like from the school. So they partnered with he partnered with like Raising Cane's and Smoothie King, which are big restaurants down south near LSU. And he decided that he's done. He's not going to play football anymore. But the NIL deals are still like active. Like he still gets all that money.
What?
So he just like scammed the system and said like, you're still going to give me all this money. You've
Holy
already
shit.
like partnered with me. I've done all the work that you needed to. Here's all your ads for the season, but I'm not playing football.
Good
yeah.
God.
So now going forward, NIL deals are definitely going to change. But this was very similar. I thought, I don't know why, but to the Popagrev who couldn't like make it in the show. And you know, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of a little similar little thing.
That's crazy to think.
Yeah. He made mad money off of it though. LSU is a big college football program, and for him to do something like that, man, some of those fans down there are nuts too.
What was I showing you? There was like a D1 football team that had the whole thing redone. It was like $100 million or something.
Oh yeah, it'll come to me.
Yeah.
There was an awesome practice facility.
Awesome.
I think it was $90 million. I think it was one of the California teams.
I never played football, and I kind of got goosebumps to kind of watch it.
Yeah.
They go into like their locker room, and everyone's got like their stall. On the top is like their name and like their photo too.
Yeah.
And like just watching it, like all I could think of is like a big game day or just game day in general, where just like you're in that awesome room and just sitting down and just getting ready to go out.
That place would be jumping, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, hot tubs, cold tubs, everything they had. A massive workout facility.
What is that? The
cryotherapy.
Cryotherapy. I've been wanting to try that. That's sick.
Yeah.
Damn, imagine having that money. Imagine playing for the team. That'd be sick.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, these college players don't get paid, but like they get all that. You know, that's fucking awesome.
I kind of want to see for these football players, because I know a lot of, I mean, not a lot of college players like really get any NHL deals, but like how many of these college football guys get actual like NFL deals?
The majority of them do, like, you know, the big names do get drafted and do try out, like, but there's no real structure in development when it comes to minor league football. Like there is an AFL, but I think it's like a different league. There's not like an AHL to the NHL.
Yeah.
You know, it's really just like you're either playing semi-pro or you're in the big leagues, and to get there you play like through college or high school, etc. You know.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them, like they're scouting when they're in high school, so they're like, we want you to come to our college, and that's where they, you know, grow and develop you enough to make it to the NFL.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's kind of like straight from college.
Yeah, and I mean, where hockey, there's like so many different routes to go, and typically, like, I think it's changing a little bit, but college was typically like not the way to go.
Yeah.
You know?
It was like juniors kind of move up from there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's interesting. It's actually, I was watching, I kind of want to talk about this. I kind of want to do a video of this and put this on our YouTube, but Pure Hockey does this thing. Pure Hockey does, I'm not going to say does. They did this thing with Stop It Goaltending, and it was great. It was like they talked about the vertical, horizontal, the RVH, all this type of stuff, and it was just the videos are just so fucking good. Like I'll go back. I watched like 2 of them today. I was like, damn, this is like still good to this day. They used this goalie from BC in Milos, and I was like, oh, I didn't think before to look him up, but today I looked him up on like Hockey DB, and it's weird how he went. He was like he's from Grafton here. Played for like the Boston Junior Bruins, and then did 2 years for Boston College, and then now went to like the Worcester Railers, and hasn't played since. So it's kind of weird how you kind of
well you see that sometimes when players decide to like be like, all right, I think I'm ready. I'm gonna like stop going to college and move on and try to make it to the show, and then they go to like the Railers or these other teams and try to get there, you know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was kind of watching this, like I was wondering why like Boston College especially would like look at the Boston Junior Bruins, and like he didn't really have that great of a like a save percentage or GAA, and they were just like, yeah, we'll take it for like a team like BC to grab him. I was like, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know much on his background, but I mean, think about like they probably take like, what do you think, 4, 5, 6 goalies to the entire school.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they need a practice squad, they need a third string, things like that. So it could be that. I didn't see how many games played, anything like that, but I just think that some guys decide to, you know, try and make the jump before they should or whatever. I mean, maybe he had a 2-year degree, like, you know, diploma that he was working towards.
Yeah. I don't know. Like the whole Jack LaFontaine situation.
Yeah.
Interesting. Kind of went down a tangent. I like that, though. Makes you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess the hamster running.
I only got one hamster
That's right.
left in my brain right now. It's the only thing keeping me going. All right, so we're going to go down to your Vegas people. The Vegas Golden Knights, Nolan Patrick. So before I get started with this is going to be a short list of people like kind of going to be out for next season. And I thought it was kind of interesting. So Nolan Patrick will be out long term with an upper body injury. So there's no real date on when he'll be back for next season. So I had Nolan Patrick out for the LTIR. And then Carey Price came out and said he's not going to be expected, or the Montreal Canadiens, I should say, came out and said Carey Price is not expected to play at all next season due to his knee injury. He had knee surgery, and he didn't play at all last season and this season. So we just hope for the best for Carey Price there, because I thought like toward the end of last season we'd see him back. Didn't get it, and now that he's going to be gone all next season, as a Price fan, bud, not liking this. So that means Jake Allen and Sam Montembeau is still going to be the tandem for anyone who wants to know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see where it takes him. I'm not holding my breath on him anymore, and I don't think Montreal Canadiens fans should be.
Yep. And then we have the Washington Capitals. Nick Backstrom is not expected to play next season due to recovery from hip surgery. So add that to the list of Washington being out. Moving on, Edmonton. So Edmonton, I want to remind everyone that Mike Smith will be out next season. And that reminder is technically for me, because I messaged you today. I was just like, why do I was at the gym today, and I just work out by myself. So I'm like just me and my thoughts. And I'm like looking at NHL news. And in my head, I saw Jack Campbell. And in my head, I'm just like, why do I keep thinking Jack Campbell's the only goal for Oilers right now? I'm like, Mike Smith's right there. And then I finally found out he's going to be out long term. So that's basically for me and everyone who wants to know. So I honestly can't wait to break down all these teams, because so much has happened this offseason that I like, again, we've said this for like the 10th time. Like, I have no idea what the hell's going on with these teams.
I'm really excited to look at the daily face-off lineups and really like dive into those.
Right, 100%. And then good news for Rangers fans. Sammy Bly will be returning next season after tearing his ACL only 14 games into the season. So he missed all of last season, basically, and he'll be back. Sammy Bly, a big name for the New York Rangers. So it'd be good to have with Chris Kreider and
Ryan Reeves.
Yeah.
You covered Nicholas Backstrom already, too, for Washington?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You can add to it if you want.
Yeah, I just think that's like a really tough one to lose.
Yeah, 100%.
That is going to hurt them.
That's going to hurt, 100%.
On a team that doesn't look too good going forward.
Nope. Do you want to cover this next one?
Yeah, sure. The PHF, the Premier Hockey Federation's expansion team in Montreal, has been named the Force Montreal, which I think is basically like French for the Montreal Force, because the words get flipped when you go to a different language. Mm-hmm. The Center signed a 2-year agreement with the Montreal team. Center 21.02 is the only high-performance training center for women's hockey players in Canada. It's run by Danielle Savignon, who is also the manager of the PWHPA region in the city. Long-term, the center is set to play a key role in the development of women's hockey in Quebec. The agreement will allow the PHF team to practice at the facility but not play there, forcing the PHF team to tour Quebec for their home games. So they do not have a home arena. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because now you're growing the game and you're going to all these different areas, different cities, provinces, etc., and showcasing it.
Right. So you have a Montreal team. You can practice in Montreal and then again Quebec. So get those Quebecians, Quebecois, Quebekiques. Spread the game. Spread the game of women's hockey.
And I think it's good to get Montreal on board, because now you can create a rivalry with the Toronto Six and, mirror the NHL a little bit, create a little rivalry with the Boston Pride, too, who seem to be running the table in this league.
Yeah, maybe. And now that you're in Montreal, maybe the Montreal Canadiens, which is a huge hockey team for Canada especially, they can maybe join.
Yeah, I think they'll definitely partner up. Mm-hmm. It'll definitely help. And as bad as it sounds, right, there's not a ton, well, I shouldn't say not a ton. I guess I will, yeah. There's not a ton of, women's sports fans to begin with. Men, there's way more men that like sports than women that like sports.
Yeah.
But a city like Montreal, where they're so heavily invested in this one team, I think there's going to be a lot of women fans for this, the Force Montreal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I think this is, the one team that they'll be like, hell yeah, we have a team now.
kind of want to. They have a Toronto team too, so I kind of want to wonder what the Montreal's going to look like.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that they have 2 big women's teams in Canada, I think that's going to be a big support system right there. So great to see. Hopefully, we'll see a big come up with them next season when the season starts here. Moving on from that, though, Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky, the great one, who sued after lying about a weight loss gum product. Here we go with that. A chewing gum maker is suing Wayne Gretzky for $10 million, claiming the hockey legend lied about products' weight loss benefits. I don't know why the fuck you think chewing gum would make you lose weight. Gretzky got involved with a gum company after his wife, Janet, became a spokesperson for OMG Gum. The plaintiff, Steve Sparks, helped create the gum, which is marketed as a natural gum that helps manage weight. Manage weight. Big key phrase right there. Gretzky allegedly claimed he lost 35 pounds in 6 to 8 weeks thanks to the product, a claim repeated by Janet Gretzky. According to the suit, which was filed in Los Angeles based on Gretzky's statement, Sparks claims he and other investors began providing more funding to OMG Gum's parent company, BU Chew. However, Wayne Gretzky later allegedly revealed that the weight loss statement was not true, so moral of the story, just go on a regular diet. That's how you're going to lose some weight, not fucking chewing gum. This is the literal moral of the story. I couldn't believe this even existed. I saw this, I'm like, Wayne Gretzky gum? What? I thought this was bullshit.
Well, it's not like to lose weight. That's why the phrase is manage weight, you know?
Yep.
There's no snake oil,
But then he said, hey, I lost weight on the gum.
Yeah, I mean, if you stop eating and just only chew gum, you'll lose a ton of weight. I can tell you that for free. Christ, dude, I don't know these people, man.
Jesus, $10 million for gum. Can you imagine that?
Oh, I mean, it just changed the entire trend of the company, because once he says that and then takes it back, all these investors heavily back it, and then the statement gets redacted, and now it's like, well, we're gonna pull all our funding and our money, sell all your stock, and now like the whole company goes under. Like, I don't know. Yikes.
Yikes bikes. I don't know. The great one. Still got it, you know? The great one can promote gum, he can promote anything.
Yeah. That's what we'll lead off with.
Moving on, we got the Kyle Turris announced his retirement. The 33-year-old played 776 games, 168 goals, and 425 points, playing for Arizona, Ottawa, Nashville, and Edmonton. He will pursue a career in management and player development with another team I thought I practiced. Coquitlam Express and the BCHL. We need a compilation. Billy, we need a compilation of all of us fucking up all these names. It's brutal, especially this week. I literally practiced both those names, and I fuck it up as soon as we do it. It's a Coquitlam Express. I'll say that for the BCHL.
Nice.
So congratulations to Kyle Turris. Moving up, I think this is one of those players that just like, we talked about Bergeron. We just talked about Jack Johnson, who says, I don't think I have another year in him, and his Kyle Turris is like, I might have another year in me, but let me try to stay in the hockey world as some kind of hockey management or something like that. So good for him.
Apparently he was much bigger in the Ottawa Senators organization than he was anywhere else. I mean, he popped up 64 points one season. I mean, maxed out at 27 goals, which is pretty good. I personally remember him in the Nashville Predators jersey, but he never really played a full season for any of these teams except for Ottawa for 2 years.
Wow.
In the last 2 years in Edmonton, he really kind of fizzled a bit. 27 games played, 23 games played, putting up 5 and 4 points on the season.
Interesting.
So kind of tough to see, but I mean, good call by him calling it a day.
Yep.
Because it's kind of annoying. I mean, he must have got real frustrated with showing up to the rink every day, practicing, getting healthy, scratched, It doesn't even seem like he got sent up and down, because it just looks like I see NHL games for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, that's tough, but he had a hell of a career, played a long time, so
good for him.
Enjoy retirement.
Mm-hmm. Semi-retirement. He's still kind of playing, right? Not playing, but he's still kind of in the hockey. No, you know what? Fuck it.
He just said he announced his retirement, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, I'm thinking in my head. I'm just like maybe semi-retirement because he's still in hockey.
Yeah.
I don't know. I fucked that one up, huh?
It's all right. It's all right.
Well, speaking of Nashville, because we're going to move on from that mistake. The Nashville. I can make him another mistake here. I was going to say Nashville Predators. The Nashville will host the 2023 NHL Awards.
I believe they are also hosting the NHL draft in 2023 at the end of this season too, which will be cool. So yeah, good for the city of Nashville. That's definitely the city that should be spotlighted. That's where the game needs to grow next because they had a good team. They do have good goaltending, and they can build around the stars that they have there.
Yeah.
And it's like the hottest city in the country right now. So that's awesome to see. 2023 NHL awards and 2023 NHL draft.
Yep. And from our producer Billy, he was there in Nashville, and he said there was these Jello shots needles that he said just don't do. So.
Oh. I did. I've done syringe Jello shots before. You never done those?
No.
I did one on Block Island. You ever been to Block Island?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Have you?
Yeah, I've actually been.
Nice, dude. Nice.
You gonna add anything to that?
No, Block Island's sick.
Block
I had a
Island.
great time.
Yeah, it's just Block Island's Block Island. Yeah, I don't know. The only Jello shot I've ever had was here on the podcast.
Yeah.
Gonna move on from that.
Oh, jeez.
So this is the last thing actually we have today. 36 minutes in, but short episode. We'll see what goes on. The San Diego Ducks sled hockey program was founded in 2014 by Sarah Betancourt, a former U.S. Marine who was forced to retire after suffering permanent neurological damage to her legs during helicopter training. The program is partnered with Anaheim Ducks and their AHL affiliate, the San Diego Gulls. The program is for children and adults starting at 3 years of age. The article by the San Diego Union Tribune mentioned 5-year-old Andrew Kane, who was born with spina bifida, a birth defect in which an area of the spinal column doesn't form properly and often impacts the person's ability to walk and run. His mother, Amanda, said he was fired up for this program, and it's just great to see him get out there and learn something new while seeing people who are just like him. To give Andrew a role model on the other section of the ice was 16-year-old James Williams, who also has spina bifida and had played in sports like swimming and basketball and got into sled hockey at the age of 8. So this is awesome. I actually wanted to talk about this last week, but we had so much to talk about. So the San Diego Ducks sled hockey program, definitely check that out. This was just awesome news to see. I didn't even know this was a thing. And it's great to see that the Anaheim Ducks and the San Diego Gulls are partnered with Sarah here. That was great.
It's kind of awesome that this is from 2014 too. I want to probably bet that this is one of the first partnerships between sled hockey and an NHL organization, if they were backing them then.
Up, yeah.
But I feel like a ton of teams around the league are getting behind sled hockey and like all sorts of like military first responder kind of tournaments, and it's cool to see them partner with these kind of leagues and setups.
Yep. I think this is something that needs to
should just be standard because you're growing the game in your city in general. So just every team in the league should have something like this.
I think it should be spotlighted more too. When's the last time you heard about sled hockey? When's the last time
there was
talked about sled hockey?
There was that documentary about that military guy from the middle of this season that we talked about. I'm pretty sure it was like a sponsored ad with one of the companies like CCM, Reebok, like an NHL, gear company.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a military guy that like was playing sled hockey and like played with like the U.S. national team and things like that. I don't know, but yeah,
interesting.
I think we cover it, which is good. That's
good.
What it's all about. That's what we're all about here.
We're all about here. Spreading hockey news, spreading hockey love, from all over. It's great to see.
Yeah. Sled hockey's so impressive too, because they got the little spikes on the end of the sticks, and that's how they really get up to speed. And they've like stick handling underneath the sled, passing between the two hands. It's awesome, dude.
It's so upper body,
Yeah.
It's crazy to see the goalers with just like one leg pad.
Yeah.
I always see that. I'm just like,
and the benches are so cool too. The players like just skate into them, like the door opens and they.
Oh, that's
slide
right.
in.
Yeah, that's so sick. It's just great to see things like that. I wonder if Massachusetts has to have something.
Oh
like
yeah,
this that
we
just
definitely
don't
do.
know of. We kind of want to look into that and see if figure anything about that. But we're starting to fizzle down with some hockey news here. But I think we've managed pretty well this offseason, to be completely honest. I think the both of us thought we might have to take a few weeks off here, but
we kind of did though.
Yeah, we did.
We skipped a couple episodes.
But we did pretty well because it'll be next week. We'll have next week and the week following we'll start all the team breakdowns for each conference.
Yep.
So
we'll touch on the jersey behind me. Did you have a playoff game this week, or was it regular season still for you guys?
I did.
Yeah, mic'd up or no?
Yep, mic'd up. I am gonna do a different edit. I'm actually currently in the middle of a different edit for this. So, usually, I never have like a day where I have this really put up. Like there'll be times where, like the past 3 weeks, I think I'll do like a double upload. So we upload the podcast on YouTube on Mondays, and it'll be like Monday afternoon. I'll put up a mic'd up map. But I think I'm gonna. But before that, I was doing like every Friday. But I think Saturday I'm just gonna go all day and just like finally set it. So it's either gonna be like Sunday afternoon or Monday with the podcast. I'll put it up.
There you go.
But yeah, it's gonna be a little break for mic'd up because we got like a month off before winter season starts.
Yeah, I think since we got the win last week, we got this week and then maybe the next week if we win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it puts a little gap in there. But like PPHL, if you make it to the championship, like the season starts the week after your championship. Like there's no off season at all.
Yeah. That's what happened to us. I mean, it pretty much happened to us pretty quick. That's why the mic'd up mat's been pretty well, because at the end of the winter season, we lost at the first game in the playoffs. And then I think maybe we took a week off, but like we jumped right into the summer season. You know?
Yeah.
This is probably the longest gap I've had. So I don't know. It'd be good to have like a little break from editing and relax and focus more on. I'm gonna need it too. Focus more on all the notes for, especially like the division breakdowns and team breakdowns. So I think this comes at just like a great time. You know.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get a jump start on it too.
Yep.
At least start getting those notes set.
100%. So, I don't know. We're 40 minutes in here. How do you feel?
Feel like drinking.
Feel like drinking a bit? Love it. Some ASMR for the people.
Yeah, it's nice.
So what you got going on this week?
Not much. Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing to fill with.
Okay, that's great. So we got. Want to end it on a high note? Just take a nip.
Yeah, of course.
All right,
we always do. What are we doing?
So we got Crown Royale Vanilla.
There you go.
So
I feel like every time we do Crown, you hate it.
No, I love it.
We'll see.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think you don't like Crown.
I got a whole.
I think you like the apple, and that's it.
Yeah, I got a big bottle of apple when we went camping, and it's funny because Tommy was just like, Tommy asked me what do we have? Like I think it was this Wednesday actually. He goes, "Oh, the Crown Royale apple," and he asked me to get it. So I didn't realize he actually liked it as much.
There you go.
What a
So he brought that up
time.
camping this time too?
I don't know if he did.
Yeah.
It was last time we stopped at a Packy and we were looking at stuff, and we got Dr. McGillicuddy's like we usually do, and then I saw the Crown Royale apple. I'm like, let's fucking do that.
Oh, know what I just saw on the market too that you might like? Twisted Tea whiskey nips.
What?
Yeah, 50 ml, and they're like, I want to say it's Jim Beam whiskey, but like Twisted Tea flavored.
Want to get me one?
Yeah, I'll grab you one.
Yeah.
I'll grab two. We'll both try them.
Nice. I like that.
We'll do them
move.
next week, maybe, if I remember.
Yeah, I hate seltzers, by the way. Hate them. But Truly does these. I actually tried it.
I knew you were going to say this. He's going to say fruit punch?
No.
Oh, yeah? Which
No.
one?
They did the iced tea and the lemonade ones.
Yeah.
They don't really taste like seltzers.
Have you
I
tried the
love
fruit
'em.
punch?
No.
You should try that one. You might like that
They're
one.
good?
Too. Yeah.
I can give those a go. Those might be the better option
Yeah,
for me.
they
I feel better drinking those.
Yeah, they're like much lighter than like a beer or even like liquor if you're getting after it too much. They just actually rebranded too, and they have they're now made with real fruit juice, so they probably taste even better.
Ooh, that's like it's like the fruit juice that now Tommy loves. The hell's the? Oh God, you had it. It was like a mix of like, it's actually like, I'm butchering this right now.
What is it? Describe it. You haven't given me anything.
Yeah, it's like they sell it in like the actual bottles too, like at the stores, and they turn it. It's like something like mango or something like that. Tommy loves it. You gave him like it's like in one of these. Oh God.
What is it? Juice or is it
It's
alcohol?
like it's basically juice, but there's alcohol in it too. There's like different flavors. It's like I think there's mango, I believe, and there's like lemonade too.
I have
Simply.
no idea what you're talking.
Simply.
Simply, yeah. Jesus, that
Do
was
they
a
have
terrible
that?
description, dude.
I know. Do they have mango? I thought I saw him drinking
maybe.
mango.
There were
Simples.
4 of them. It's a variety pack, and they're all lemonades, but they're
Yeah.
like this, like strawberry lemonade, and
He gave me a sip of one. I'm like, that
Pretty good, yeah. No, yeah, I think we had them that one night. I passed them out to everyone.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah. It's pretty good.
They're hard to come by right now, though.
Yeah, very sugary. Like you can tell. Like,
it's like a Mike's.
This is juice. Yeah, Mike's is sugary too.
Yeah, but they partnered with actually like Simply from Coca-Cola, so
That's
it's
awesome.
like really good.
Beautiful. Love it. Yeah, you're gonna have to get those nips, by the way.
Yeah, I'll get them.
Definitely give them a go.
I might not remember for next week, but I'll definitely get them.
I'll text you right now so you remember.
Cheers,
All right,
buddy.
cheers.
Told you.
Why? Why?
The apple
I thought I
works.
liked the Crown Royal apple.
Yeah, you like the
Vanillas,
apple.
oh. I made a second round. Oh. Yeah. Are you alright? Wow, you're able to. I make a lot of faces here when I do this.
Wait, what? Wait, what do you say?
When I take nips.
Oh,
like,
dude, the second that I finish mine, I chase it. That's why I don't like freak out as much, dude. I like fucking get that
I
shit out
sit
of here.
there because I want to know what the hell it tastes
Oh,
like.
no, I want to get it out of my mouth as quick as possible.
Because I've seen you take like some brutal ones and like you right away grab like your water bottle.
Yeah. I chase it immediately.
How is it chasing alcohol with water, by the way? I've
Fine.
never done it, and I always think that's disgusting.
Why would it be disgusting?
I don't know. It just feels like it. I feel like if you're going to drink alcohol, it should be like something juicy or something like that to really get it down.
Yeah. I mean, because that's what you would mix it with. But there's also like vodka water for like if you're a weirdo.
And if you're a psycho.
Yeah, weirdo, sociopath, and you drink your coffee black.
All right, you want to call us out?
Yeah. Thanks everyone for listening. If there's anything you want to see us cover next episode, let us know. Our links are in the description, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye, guys.
Peace.